Bonjour tout le monde, Christine here as always, Tuesday tutorial. Je suis là pour vous chaque mardi à 8h heure française, enfin juste un tout petit peu après parce que ça prend du temps pour tout ouvrir. Alors, je suis Christine et je suis gérante de Simply French Online et j'ai créé The Real French Method. Alors maintenant, je vais partager mon écran parce que nous avons tout de suite une leçon à partager. Est-ce que vous pouvez voir? Est-ce que vous voyez? OK. Est-ce que vous voyez et est-ce que vous m'entendez? OK. So, I'm going to carry on in English for a second. Today, you will practice using tout. So the lesson is largely in English about the French, giving you a chance to ask questions in English. So whatever level you are, you get a chance to practice your creative sentences and understand this. I've been asked why. I do this in English, and it is to be fully inclusive and give reasoning in English about why things are being used so that every level of person can understand this. Yes, it's live and my cat is meowing to contribute to the lesson. So while we get started up here, I'd like you to try and answer these 4 questions. This is while I just get started up to check that you can hear me, to check that everything is working okay, and you get something to look at and check. Tout is one of the most common and flexible words in French. Number 2, is this true? Number 3, elle est tout and heureuse, should have an E on tout. Little apostrophe appeared in there for some reason. Should it be toute heureuse? And number 4, elle est tout petite. Should it be tout or toute petite? Together today, you're going to be looking at tout. So let's get on to this. On s'y met. What are the answers to these? Well, here we go. Okay, yes, yes, yes. No, says Judy. That was very quick. Fantastic. So, do you pronounce the T in tout à fait? Yes, Judy. Liz, yes, you do. Okay, tout à fait. We're going to look at why in a minute, but basically it's just because it's followed by a vowel. Number 2, tout is one of the most common and flexible words in French. Yes, it is. Absolutely. That means on a Tuesday tutorial, it would be crazy to go into absolutely every single example. So we're doing the basics and some practice and for you to push yourselves a bit and me to give you feedback straight away. Next, elle est toute heureuse should have an E on tout. No, it shouldn't. And you will see why later. And finally, elle est toute petite should have an E on tout. Yes, and I've just covered that up, which is not good. So I've not spelt it wrong. I've covered it up with a check mark there, a tick. So there you go. This is the one that doesn't. And we're going to look at when not to. So tout means all or everything, if you didn't know already, and it turns up in lots of other phrases. And we'll look at some main ones that I am thinking that you will need mostly. Okay, now it changes in different circumstances, and if I give you all the details that you can find on the internet, it's overwhelming, and that's not how to learn. If you want to research and collect all that, fine, but pick it off bit by bit. Please don't try and do everything at once. It's overwhelming. So let's take a look. We have tout le monde, T-O-U-T, which is the masculine singular form. This is an example in the chart. So masculine singular, or MS, is tout. We have toute la bière, and just in Conversation Cafe, someone learned the word disgusting, which is dégueulasse, because they prefer wine. Elle préfère le vin. Elle pense que la bière, c'est dégueulasse. Okay, not the favorite word to share. So toute is feminine singular. Here it is, feminine singular in this box here at the side. The box will appear later as a reminder. Tous les matins, normally silent, masculine plural. There we go. And finally, toutes les bouteilles is feminine plural because bouteilles are feminine plural. So masculine singular, masculine plural, and feminine plural. Okay, have you any questions before I move on? Right, so we're going to have some feedback time. So if you get that, you should be able to work on these. I do apologise for the disruption here. My cats are going crazy. It's playtime. So, comment dit-on? All the time, straight on, every day, all day, and all the tourte. Now, tourte is a French word for these. It's that cake made in this shape, and inside it's hollow. Okay, so basically what you're going to do is work out how to say those, but be adventurous, please, because real stands for rewarding. Therefore, do something that stretches you, and if you can do it well, you are rewarded by feeling good, and it will help you learn. It's also rewarding if you do actually make a mistake, because you get my feedback immediately and you learn from it. That's a good feeling when you're learning. You can use it properly. E for effective, which means if you are making mistakes, you can learn from it immediately. Adventurous means push yourself, and it's learning. You're here to learn. That's why you're here tonight. So all the time, okay, is tout le temps. It's masculine singular, tout le temps, even though it's got an S on, which is why I picked this. Look, it's le, there's the clue. So tout le temps, okay? Oh, we've got some great answers coming up. This is amazing. Right. Next, straight on is tout droit, and it's different from the reasons we're choosing these. This has a different grammatical structure, and we'll look at it later. Every day is, oh, I can see Judy, tous les jours. Okay, tous les jours. Chandra's just posted. Tout le temps, not sure. It's masculine singular. Yes, we were right to have to look at this, Chandra. Tous les jours, yes, you're right, well done. Toute la journée she's offering. Let's have a look. Toute, oh, I've spelt it wrong. I'm going in, I can't cope. Toute la journée. Oh, to be human. There we go. Toute la journée. And all the tourte. Okay, obviously we have this to correct again. Toute la journée. Okay, there we go. Oh, I'm being human. So, and toutes les tourtes. I am really pleased with your results. And all we're going to do is start looking at the exceptions. If you follow tout le temps, tous les jours, toute la journée, you've got an example of each one. And they are common ones that are used, except for toutes les tourtes. I sat there thinking, what can I do? And I thought I'd teach you what a tourte is. Dead easy. Okay, so tout droit is an adverb. These are adjectives. They're describing what you're talking about. But an adverb is different. It's going to make this slightly different. So let's look at it. And this is where it's not as complicated as you think. So on this little chart, okay, that I took from thoughtco.com because it was the easiest and simplest, we've still got masculine, singular and plural, feminine, singular and plural, and we've got this invariable idea. Because sometimes you just have to use tout all the time, except when it's feminine. So there we go. Tout droit. Droit is masculine. It's invariable anyway. You're going to say tout droit, and it's not feminine. So you don't have to think about it. You just have to remember when it's feminine. So let's look at this. So using tout in common daily phrases. Okay, I want you to match these up. They are totally out of line. You can put the letters if you wish, like 1B, C, 1D, 1E. Okay, and they're all expressions with tout. And while you're doing that, we're going to look at the pronunciation of them. So tout droit is not followed by a vowel. You will not hear the T. Tout droit. If you're listening on your own, you dare to speak out loud. Allez tout droit. Tout droit. Number 2, parle tout tôt. Ah, listen to what's happening. If you can work out why. Parle tout tôt. Okay, I'm not going to say what it means. You've got to match them up. Okay, parle tout tôt. So we've got a vowel sound. The H is not pronounced, so you're going to be able to make the liaison and run it on and connect it. On se voit tout à l'heure. Tout à l'heure. you're going to connect this T because of the vowel sound following. Next, tout de suite. Tout de suite. You think you are pronouncing the T, but you're not. You're pronouncing the D. And it sounds like a T. Tout de suite. Tout de suite. Chitty chitty bang bang. Many years ago, there's the child collector singing toot sweet, da 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 da, something like that. And she's singing toot sweet. And that's when I heard it and connected it to toot sweet. I know there's no connection in the real meaning. I cannot help but think of it every single time. And the reason I say this is if you sing something and you connect it to a song, you're going to remember it much more quickly. Pas du tout, pas du tout. Okay, we've got some answers. Pas du tout, nothing to follow it, silent. Here we go. Aller tout droit is go straight on. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Partout. On se voit tout à l'heure. I made it easy so it wasn't too complicated to look at. And then tout de suite and pas du tout. Oh no, pas du tout, not at all. Okay, use these words. Try and make up your own sentence. Make it short, make it easy to read, and see if you can actually work out something new. So I'm sitting here for a second while you're having a go. And while you're having a go, I'm going to mention how to remember. And I want to say something pretty important because a lot of people tell me that they forget what they're learning. Well, we're designed to forget what we're learning at first because we do not want all this confetti of information coming at us. We are efficient as brains and we want to sift what is important. Consequently, if we do not revisit the word, okay, we will deliberately forget it. Now, I want to liken, like I did last week, you're learning to a plant. If you plant it and you don't tend to it, it will just shrivel up and die. So you put some words in your head, they're not going to stay there. The plant's not going to stay there. You have to give it some attention. It's as simple as that. If you actually plant your words in your head, unless you actually build some roots and give it some attention, it's not going to grow. But that's not enough. I know we have an analogy in front of us of the tree. Quite frankly, if you don't give it some supporting learning, this is going to happen underneath. So you've got all these words here. You try and put them all in your head. We do this, we write a list, we put 20, 30 words and say, let's try and learn them all. And then you're upset because those words are not staying in your head. You have to do things slowly and one at a time. Why? Because you're telling your brain it's important to remember that. The brain does not want to memorize a big list. It can't apply it easily. Yes, it's important over time to learn things and put the lists together, of course. And the act of writing and putting them together is going to help you learn. So I'm not saying a list is not important. It's part of the process, not the final journey. Now, if you try and put them all in at once, look at this beautiful tree ahead with all this blossom. If you don't tend to your plant and let it grow the roots, and if you don't tend to your words and let them get consolidated, you will have a tree that will fall down. With the weight of the blossom, with the weight of the tree, you get one thing that pushes it over and it's down. And then you beat yourself up saying, I can't remember, I'm not very clever anymore. And this is not true. All you've done is the first part of the journey. You've decided you want to learn all these things. You want to do some learning, but you've forgotten that you need to build these roots, these foundations. Otherwise, they're just going to leak out of your head. They're not going to stay. And you want them in the right place. Okay, I'd like to say looking good. I can't draw. So I've got this face with the words in the right place and it looks terrible, but I think you know what I mean. So you've got to tend to it and you've got to apply it. So I'm going to now tend to your questions and your actual comments here. Well, you have a look at that. So the first question is from Judy, who says, tout droit, you didn't pronounce the T. No, I didn't pronounce it in tout because it's followed by D. And I didn't pronounce it in droit because it means straight on. Now you have gauche and droite. both of which end in E, and the E allows that consonant to be pronounced. So you will have droite. If you can hear a T, normally it's because there's a vowel sound coming after it. And that's why. So I want to say à la prochaine. Merci tout le monde d'être là ce soir avec nous. Tuesday Tutorial, c'est toutes les semaines, juste après 8 heures le soir, heure française, heure à Paris. Si vous avez d'autres questions, n'oubliez pas de les poser dans la conversation. I'll say this in English. Like to do half and half. If you know somebody who is liking French and who sometimes struggles, and who would dearly love to have a mini lesson for free, tell them to come and join us in Simply French Online Tuesday Tutorials, because I am here for you every week to feedback and give you some interaction and help you learn. I am there for you, everyone. See you next week. Bonsoir.